Imagine a child in the northeast of Brazil, in a place called Bahia. This place, known for its warm climate and hard-working people, is where the story of one of Brazil's most iconic footballers, Dani Alves, begins. Dani Alves was born there, where the sun beats down hard and life is not easy. In Juazeiro, temperatures can be extreme and the land is arid, making agriculture a constant challenge. However, the community is resilient and finds ways to thrive despite the difficulties. His family was humble and did not have many opportunities. They lived in a modest house built with effort and dedication. The Alves family, like many others in the region, depended on fieldwork to make a living. Each family member had an important role in the household. And from a very young age, Dani learned the value of hard work and perseverance. But Dani had something special. A smile that was contagious to everyone, and a passion for soccer that nothing could stop. From as far back as he could remember, soccer was his escape, his joy, and his hope. No matter how difficult the circumstances were, he always found a reason to smile when he had a ball at his feet. Since he was little, Dani spent his time playing soccer with his friends. In the dusty streets of Juazeiro, the children would gather after school and on weekends to play endless matches. There were no grass fields or sophisticated equipment, but that didn't matter. What mattered was their passion and love for the game. Their playing field was dirt, and the ball was their greatest treasure. Many times the ball was worn out and patched up, but for Dani and his friends, it was enough. Each match was an opportunity to dream, to imagine themselves playing in the great stadiums of the world. It didn't matter if it was hot, if they were tired, or if the ball wasn't in good condition. The passion for soccer overcame any obstacle. The children played under the scorching sun, with sweat running down their faces, but always with a smile. Every goal, every pass, every play, it was a celebration of life and friendship. What mattered was the joy of playing together, the friendship and the hope for a better future. In those moments, Dani and his friends forgot about the difficulties and focused on the game. They dreamed of a future where soccer would open doors for them and allow them to change their lives and those of their families. His dad, a hard-working man from the countryside, also loved soccer. Despite the long workdays, he always found time to play with Dani and teach him everything he knew about the sport. For him, soccer was not just a game, but a way of life, a means to teach values like discipline, teamwork, and perseverance. He passed on that love for the sport to Dani and always encouraged him to pursue his dreams. He would tell him that although the path might be difficult, with effort and dedication, anything was possible. These words were etched in Dani's mind and became his mantra throughout his career. Dani helped out in the field from early on, but he always found a moment to play soccer. The tasks in the field were tough and demanding, but soccer was his reward, his moment of freedom. Every time he finished his responsibilities, he would run to meet his friends and play until the sun went down. He knew the path wouldn't be easy, but he was determined to fight for his dreams. From a very young age, Dani showed a determination and willpower that set him apart from others. He was clear that he wanted to be a professional soccer player and was willing to make any sacrifice to achieve it. With each match, with each training session, he got a little closer to his goal, always with the hope that one day his dream would come true. Football became Dani's salvation. From a very young age, Dani found in football a way to escape the reality that surrounded him. In his small town, where opportunities were scarce and resources limited, football was more than just a game. It was a hope, a promise of a better future. Every afternoon after school, Dani would run to the dirt field with his friends, dreaming of being like his idols, those players he saw on television. His talent with the ball was undeniable. From the first moment he touched the ball, it was clear that he had a special gift. Not only was he able to control the ball with astonishing ease, but he also had an innate creativity to invent plays and outmaneuver his opponents. His friends and neighbors soon began to notice his skill, and it didn't take long before the news of his talent spread throughout the town. He was fast, skillful, and had an incredible game vision. Dani not only stood out for his speed and skill, but also for his ability to read the game and anticipate the movements of his teammates and opponents. This combination of skills made him an exceptional player capable of changing the game in the course of a match with a single play. His passion for football was evident in every training session and every match, and his dedication to the sport was unwavering. At the age of 10, he joined the youth team of Palmeiras de Salitre, a small club in his city. This was a crucial moment in Dani's life, as it allowed him to receive more structured and professional training. At Palmeiras de Salitre, Dani had the opportunity to learn from experienced coaches and play against other talented young players. This competitive environment helped him improve his skills and develop a winning mentality. There, Dani began to stand out and attract the attention of people looking for new talents for larger clubs. The scouts and coaches attending the matches of Palmeiras de Salvador couldn't help but notice in the young prodigy who dominated the field with his skill and charisma. Offers to join larger clubs began to arrive, and Dani realized that his dream of becoming a professional footballer was getting closer to becoming a reality. At the age of 13, Dani moved to Salvador, the state capital, to play in the youth divisions of Esporte Club Bahia. This was a big step for him, as it meant leaving behind his home and family to pursue his dream. The move to Salvador was not easy, but Dani was determined to make the most of this opportunity. At Esporte Club Bahia, Dani found an even more competitive and demanding environment, which motivated him to work even harder to improve his skills and prove his worth. Leaving his home and family at such a young age was not easy, but Dani knew it was a necessary sacrifice to achieve his dreams of becoming a professional footballer. The farewell was emotional, with tears and hugs, but also with the hope of a bright future. Dani promised his family that he would not let them down and that he would do everything possible to succeed in football. This promise became his main motivation and the force that drove him to keep going, even in the most difficult moments. At Bahia, Dani continued to improve. The coaches and teammates were impressed with his work ethic and determination. Dani not only stood out in training but also showed great leadership both on and off the field. His ability to inspire his teammates and his positive attitude made him a very valuable player for the team. Every day, Dani strived to learn something new and to perfect his skills, always keeping his goal of becoming a professional footballer in sight. His joy and cleverness on the field, along with his natural talent, made him a player much loved by the fans. The fans of Bahia soon realized that they had a future star on their team, and they began to closely and eagerly follow his progress. Dani earned the affection and respect of the fans with his joyful playing style and his humble attitude. Always willing to sign autographs and take photos with the fans, Dani became a local idol and a source of inspiration for many young people who dreamed of following in his footsteps. In the year 2001, at just 18 years old, Dani Alves made his professional debut with Bahia's first team. He had fulfilled his dream. The day of his debut was unforgettable, with the stadium full of fans chanting his name, and they cheered him on from the stands. Dani played with the same passion and determination that had brought him there, and his performance on the field made it clear that he was ready to face the challenges of professional football. This debut marked the beginning of a new stage in his life, full of opportunities and challenges. That debut was just the beginning of a career full of triumphs. Over the years, Dani Alves became one of the most successful and respected footballers in the world. His talent, dedication, and love for football led him to play for some of the most prestigious clubs and to win numerous titles and accolades. But despite all his achievements, Dani never forgot his roots and always remained true to the values he learned in his small town. Dani Alves was ready to conquer the world. With every match, every goal, and every victory, Dani proved that dreams can come true with effort, dedication, and passion. His story is a testament to the importance of following our dreams and never giving up, no matter how difficult the obstacles may seem. Dani Alves is undoubtedly an example of how talent and perseverance can lead us to achieve our goals and inspire others to do the same.